Good morning everyone, welcome back to another video. Today we're going to do a funnel pour, but we are going to do it on a rectangle canvas and not a round or hexagon shaped canvas, and we are going to tilt it at the end instead of spinning it out. And the reason I want to do this is because not everybody has round or hexagon shaped canvases, and two, not everybody has a spinner. So I want to see what it looks like if we do it on a normal rectangle or square, whichever one you have, canvas, and then just tilt it at the end. Also, wait to the end of the video and I will show you two dried results of the two paintings we did last weekend. They are now dry and they turned out really pretty. So I'll show them to you at the end of the video. And I've been mixing paints already this morning, so I'm covered in paint already. So right, let's get started. Come along and join me and let's see what we can create this morning. Come along. Okay, here we are. Alright, so I've got my gloves here. I've got 4 colors on a rectangle canvas, and I have my Amsterdam Oxide Black, and I have Decard Satin Enamels, and I also have here just some white that we'll put down a base. Okay, so let's just move these out the way to start off with. There's my funnel. We're just going to cover the canvas. I have taped it up and done all the things already. Let me just measure this little canvas quick. Let me get my trusty old Stanley out here. 30 centimeters, 12 inches, 24 centimeters, 9.5 inches. Oh, I don't know how accurate that little tape measure is, but there we go. Right, so I'm just going to put down a white base. I've just mixed this, and you know what, it's a little bit thick, so let me just, it's a little bit thick. I mixed it, didn't put enough water. Anyway, and it's full of bubbles. I haven't been in my caravan the whole week, so I didn't come in here to mix paints or anything during the week. Usually I come in like on a Wednesday and then I mix paints and I do a painting, but this week was just a busy week and I didn't come in here to do anything. Okay, so let me just see if I can just tilt most of this off. Like I said, this is actually very thick, so what I'm going to do is just, because we do want it to be quite level, you know, we don't want lumpy paint as the base, so I'll just do this to make it level. This paint is really thick. Okay, it looks better. It's not as lumpy as it was, so that should be fine. Okay. Right, so what we're going to do is just put the paints where you can reach them. Remember, when you're doing the funnel pour, you don't have two hands available, you only have one. Can you see the canvas? Sorry, I know. Okay, and I'm just going to open these. The satin enamels separates, so just give it a little bit of a stir up before you use it. Okay, here we go. Right, put your funnel in the middle of your canvas and you start with the oxide black. Right, and you put a color, right, then I'm going to put a little bit of satin enamels in, pouring it in from a height, and I'm going to put a color, and I'm going to put a color, right, a little bit more satin enamels poured in from a height, oops, and I'm just going to put a little bit of the black in also from a height, and then we're going to put these cups, another color, another color, some more satin enamels in from a height, another color, another color, and lastly again some satin enamels in from the height and some more of the black. Okay, right, I'm going to bring you down now to there. Now we're going to lift and drop. Remember, don't lift the funnel too high up. You want the paints to pretty much scrape down the bottom of the funnel. You don't want it just to pour out. And I'm going to move this around a little bit. Don't suppose it makes a difference. Oh, I see some really pretty cells. Wow. Look at the funnel. So cool. And look at this. Isn't that beautiful? Look at those cells. A lot of color in the cells, finally. As you know, I've been complaining that all my colors just mix with the satin enamels and then I don't get a lot of bright colors in my paintings, but look at the color in those cells. Got some lacing going on there, proper cells over there. Oh no, this is very pretty. Very cool. I hope I can tilt this without losing too much of it. And of course I hope I've got enough paint on this canvas. So I'm going to bring you up quickly and I'm going to just hit this with a heat gun. Okay, I might need to use the heat gun again after, because I mixed some of the paints just before I started. Okay, we're going to start tilting, and I hope you can see it. Yeah, you can. I'll try and keep it in view of the camera. So we're just going to take it really slow. Now remember, when you are tilting, bring the paint, you can see where the paint is heaviest, because that's where it moves the fastest. Move the paint to where you want it to go and bring it back. I'm going to bring it down that way and bring it back, and I'm going to bring it down to this side, and I'm just going to go over, and I'm going to bring it back. I'm going to take it over that side, and I'm going to bring it back. Going to take it over that corner, bring it back a little, and I'm going to take it over this corner. It is over. Wow. This painting, sorry, I know you can't really see it now, I'm just there. Oh wow, that is so unusual, but it is very bright. It has a lot of color in it. There's some lacing, there's some clouding. It is really, really cool. I love the coloring in there. I will bring you down afterwards and show you. The coloring in these clouds are so pretty. Then we have bright, vibrant color up here. And this looks like a galaxy or something. It's really, really pretty. Okay, so we're just going to make sure all the sides and corners are covered. Just pick up paint off the table and dab it on. And because the paint is wet, it'll run down. And there it is. Look at that. It is really pretty. It has lovely colors in it. Bright, bright colors. And then some white clouds down there. Then here we have this galaxy looking section in the middle. And then this side, look at the coloring in here. Look at that. Isn't that pretty? So cool. So there we go. Now we know if you don't have a round canvas or a spinner, you can still do the funnel pour and still get lacing and clouding and color and everything we're looking for in your painting. There it is. So thank you for joining me, and stick around. I'm going to show you the dried results of the paintings we did last weekend. They both turned out really pretty, and then I'll see you in the next video. Bye, everyone.